Hello, welcome to another episode of the Horror Vision Horror Podcast. My name is Sean,
And I'm Missy.
and we're going to talk about a movie that's no longer in the theater because the world is unfair.
That means it'll hit streaming quickly, though.
True. Good point.
That's the thing with these. They get a week in the theater, but then they hit streaming within a month or two. So it'll probably be somewhere.
Mine didn't even have a week. I think it was gone after the weekend. This is Dolly, and we both saw this last week. I had to go. The only showings they had at my theater were at 10:55 p.m. I mentioned when we did our review of The Bride that you had seen it and that I was going back for it. So, Ghost Town, Clarksville, Tennessee, 10:55 at the Regal, and there were three or four other people in the theater. There was nobody in the theater at 7:15 for The Bride other than me and Kirsten. There were three or four other dudes. I went by myself because Kirsten's like, I'm not going to a movie at 10:55. I'm going to bed. It happens when you get old. I mean, not her. I mean, both of us. It was dragging my ass to get there too. I had to really okay, come on.
I mean, my theater was the same for Dolly. I saw it at 5:30 last Thursday, right after The Bride. It had a 5:30 show, and then it had a show at like 10:50 or something like that. And I was trying to make it double feature with The Bride, so it worked out fine. But it's only been getting one or two showings a day. It's been there for the week. But when I went, there were a good five, six other people there. I feel like it's on horror fans' radar. So I mean, they were probably
Yeah,
like us, and they came out for it. They knew what it
agreed.
was. They wanted to see it, and they made the trip because horror fans usually, I mean, we always show up and show out.
Yes, exactly.
Now Dolly was, I'd been waiting for it. I mean, this is exactly like my kind of jam. It was a snappy 90-minute backwoods slasher kind of thing. It feels and looks very 70s. Um, it's it's got some Texas Chainsaw DNA mixed with like a bit of Incident in a Ghostland and lots of creepy fucking dolls. And I hate dolls to begin with. um, I thought this was just, it was mean, it was unsettling. It felt like a lot of the old stuff that that we grew up loving. It's
Right.
got good practical effects. It's got one really gnarly effect that was just amazing. And you know what it is. And I'm not going to ruin it for anybody. But it was my favorite thing about this movie. You've got this big, imposing slasher, and he's wearing a creepy, freaky doll mask and, you know, just terrorizing this woman in the woods. And all right, I didn't even get this till later. Ethan Suplee is in it, and he lost so much weight I didn't even recognize him.
Wait,
Um,
he was who?
he was the guy who was chained up.
Oh, is Ethan Suplee the guy that was
It's not a schooner; it's a sailboat. A schooner is a
Yes,
sailboat.
yes, okay, no kidding.
Yeah, his voice. I heard his
No,
voice.
no
I didn't
kidding.
know he. I didn't know he was in the movie, and I did not recognize him until I heard the voice, and I'm like, "Wait a minute, I know that person." And then when I looked it up, I was like, oh, "Holy shit!"
Oh yeah, I'm looking at his IMDb picture right now. Holy shit. Wow. Wow.
I loved this movie. It's not a fun one. This one's mean and it's got teeth. When I want something mean, this is the kind of thing I like.
Yeah, because I don't think it was like it's not mean. It's not even Incident in a Ghost Land mean. Like, you know what I mean? It's not quite that mean. Like I like that movie, but that movie is like fucking mean. It's not quite that mean, but it's up there. It's definitely
It's
not like, oh, feel good.
right. That's what I mean. I mean, I had a blast with it.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
What I mean is it's not Scream, one of the Scream
No.
movies. This is the kind of stuff that scares people. And it has a couple cringy scenes that got under my skin. Stuff in the house.
Oh yeah.
Like it has moments that are really freaking unsettling. What did you think? I thought this was a banger. I liked it a lot.
I did too. So written and directed by Rod Blackhurst, written by Rod Blackhurst and Brandon Weevil, and I'm not familiar with Rod Blackhurst. This is not his feature debut, but he also was a writer on Night Swim, which I didn't see, where he worked with, I think it's Bruce McGuire, and I think Bruce McGuire ended up being one of the producers on this movie. Um, Stars Fabian Terese, who I knew from Southbound, because I think she's the one. She's in my favorite part of Southbound, and she's also in John Dies at the End. I mean, she's in other stuff too, but those were the two
Okay.
I knew her from. And then also, like you said, Ethan Suplee,
Ethan
but
Suplee.
also Sean William Scott, who I'm not really familiar with.
He's
My girl,
people will know him as Stifler from the
my
American
girlfriend's like,
Pie
"Oh, it's
movies.
Stifler." I know him from Southland Tales.
I like him. He's the villain in Becky too, and he's the Wrath of Becky.
Okay.
He's very good. He's good in it.
Uh, I really like this definitely like here's your setup. It's like a couple and they're gonna go hiking in the woods and there's like a romantic intention. They're not gonna fuck. It's more romantic than that. I mean maybe they are gonna fuck, but there's something beyond that. And they encounter this deranged woman. I think it's supposed to be a woman. Well, no, it is. It is a woman because they're it
Yes,
is. Yeah,
it
yeah.
is.
Yeah, actually, they make that abundantly clear at one point.
But they stumble into this grove that's just filled with all these creepy doll parts. Don't fuck with anything. Don't touch anything. Find a new place to propose to your girlfriend and get the hell out of there.
Yeah, like when she's like, "Oh, look at this! I'm gonna bring it with us," and he's like, "Oh, hell no!"
Don't touch it.
I'm like, okay, guys, like really, backwoods slasher 101, get the
Right.
fuck out of there. But
Red flag, red flag.
uh, so it starts in the woods, and then it goes into this house, and that's where a large portion of the movie takes place. And that's what won me over. Until then, I was like, yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's fine. It reminds me so much. Like, Rod Blackhurst has got to be a fucking fan of Puppet Combo's games because it reminded me so much of Puppet Combo's Don't Go in the House game and Nun Massacre. Like, even there's certain tropes in all Puppet Combo games where, like, you'll be in a room, there'll be something that lets you know that, like, okay, the person that might kill you is nearby. You can hide under a bed and then your view is out of the bed. There's also a thing in Puppet Combo games where you go through rooms and you open drawers to look for things. And there's like a scene that was exact. I'm like, oh my God, it's framed even exactly like a Puppet Combo game. The
Oh, that's
lighting, the
cool.
mood, everything. So I'm not saying that he stole from it, but I'm saying like it had to
It's
influence
an
it. And
influence.
that made me super happy. But then also, it's just that mask is so fucking creepy.
It is.
Like, how many times do they try to launch a new icon for a slasher movie and like it just doesn't quite like even
It
like
just doesn't work.
this movie reminds me a lot of that movie Walking from last year,
In
also known as In a Violent
a
Nature,
violent nature. This
which
is
I
better
do.
than in a violent
It
nature.
is. I do like In a Violent Nature to a degree,
I do too.
but like that mask is cool and it's fine. It's kind of iconic, but like this mask is like
This is
fucking iconic.
terrifying.
Yes, it is because it's That's the thing. It's not just like, oh, that's a novel idea. It's like this is fucking terrifying.
Oh, especially if, all right, I think I probably saw the movie Dolls at a very young age, and I've
Oh
hated
yeah,
dolls forever. Hated them forever. And this mask it's a creepy cracked doll head, and it's got one of those eyes,
yep,
those eyeballs that the blue eyes that dolls have that open and close. One of the eyes is broken, and the other one moves throughout the movie.
yeah,
And it's on this big hulking figure, and but it's terrifying. They're a great slash.
yeah. They were. Oh, and it's just that like it doesn't even mean harm. It's just. I'm like, I don't even, well, I don't want to say too much, but it is like, it wants a baby, basically, but it doesn't really know what that means. So,
Right. Yeah, it's got a bit. a bit of that barbarian flavor going on too.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so funny how you can see the echoes of the movie, like the big movies, the big successful
Uh-huh.
movies, and not necessarily because people are writing, like trying to riff on that, but because there are ideas, and that's like the ones that are getting produced have some of those ideas. There's
Hmm.
probably a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, but this felt really creepy and genuine and like just like the woods parts are kind of just before dawn, and then the house
Yeah,
part is just, you know, Incident in Ghostland, or to me, Papa Combo, big time.
the house part felt very Incident in a Ghostland or with a bit of barbarian mixed in. But it's like if you like any of these movies that we're talking about and you like those kind of 70s just before dawn kind of backwoods movies, absolutely check this out. If you're still lucky enough to have it in a theater somewhere, go see it. Otherwise, it'll probably hit streaming in a couple months. It's worth your time. Like I really, really enjoyed this one.
Absolutely, and especially like I know a lot of people really like In a Violent Nature, so I feel like if you did, this is like double feature fodder for
Yeah,
that, for sure, for sure, for sure.
but you'd show In a Violent Nature first because that's
Yes, absolutely.
slower.
Otherwise,
I like that one, but it can be a bit draggy. So you show this is the second movie and it's snappy and punchy and you'd have a
yeah,
real good, you know, the double feature for a Saturday night with your friends.
yeah, agreed. Yeah, kudos to everybody involved. I really thought it was I don't know. I'm so happy I went back. It was perfect. It was perfect setting.
I'm
Like just
glad you went back.
going back, and there was like, we had been there at 7:15. There was cars. The restaurants around it were open. Going back at 10:55, none of the restaurants were open. There were barely any cars. Same woman scanned my ticket. She's like, "Just you?" I'm like, "Yeah, my girlfriend doesn't come out this late to go to the movies." And it just like a total ghost town, but it just helped set the tone, and it was a really, really good viewing. I really enjoyed it. So,
And it's always nice when you walk into that theater and you see those other five people and you know that
yep,
that they're one of us.
yep,
It's that kind of movie.
it
And
is.
these are the kind of movies that I love and that I want to support. And
Yeah,
it's I like this one a whole lot.
absolutely. Yeah, so that's Dolly, and like we said, like Missy said, if it's still in the theater, some places it may still be in the theater. Grab it if you can.
It was still playing my theater today. It had one showing. It was at like 10:30. But I mean, I go to one of it's a pretty big box AMC. We've got like 18 theaters.
So
Like
okay,
it's
so
a
that's
real big
why.
one.
Okay,
That's why I get a lot of the indies and the foreign films because they've got a couple of the dinky theaters in the back that have
right.
like four rows. And Dolly was in one of those. It was I went from the big theater for the bride to the room with four rows.
I believe it was a Shudder IFC thing,
I think it
so
is. I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure it'll be on Shudder in a month
Prob
or
yeah,
so.
probably in a month or two.
Too fucking bad they canceled Joe Bob, or he could fucking show it because I'd love to hear his thoughts on it. But I don't know. We
Right.
got four specials coming up, so maybe who knows? I don't know. Yeah, not super happy with AMC right now.
No, I'm not super happy with them either, but
Not Shudder's fault. It's AMC's fault.
we'll see how it plays out. But Joe Bob says he's not done, and we will go wherever he does.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So that's Dolly. Rod Blackhurst, thank you for carrying the slasher torch into the woods with creepy dolls all over trees and and,
Yeah,
and rancid baby
thank
formula.
you. I love this shit. Oh, that was so. Bleh.
Tapioca pudding, and I think they said green apple jacks or something
Oh
like
God.
that. This is a Horror Vision. I'm Sean.
And I'm Missy.
school senior Lisa McCready's boyfriend and classmates are brutally murdered at a party in the woods. The quiet suburban community of Sundown Hills transforms into a paranoid nightmare. Betrayal, corruption, and dark family secrets push Lisa dead center into a burgeoning class war where rival millionaires plot to steal the town's future between reliance on big oil and the incoming age of legalized weed, electric cars, and social conscience. As she struggles for answers, the killings continue, and Lisa finds the world she knew is little more than a lie to placate the masses and keep a satanic 1% in power. From the demented mind of Sean C. Baker, author of Murder Virus, a collection of desires, and Volume 4, comes Black Gloves and Broken Hearts, Teenage Giallo Mystery, available now.